Our SLP is a after-school community tutoring service. The service is open to all students in our school. The program is specifically designed to help low to medium performers. That would include English learners, visual learners, and native English speakers. From time to time, there are some high performers who would like to use this service because they want to perfect their understandings and learning skills. Our service select our tutor based on academic standings. The tutors would need to show he or she had taken one or more advanced course on the subject he or she want to tutor. Finally, we need the approval of cooperating teacher that the person is fit to be a tutor. Our service is open to all students who experience difficulties in school on the subject. We provide tutorial service. One such need might be language support or multiple representation. Our service provide tutoring service that comply with the California Common Core standards. We're in full support of the Common Core on the subject of science and math. We provide students with weekly monitoring to observe their progress or weakness. Progress reports are provided to their teachers and parents on a monthly basis. In case we observe any weakness in the learning, we would adjust and realign our learning goal for those specific students. There is also an end of semester assessment after which we would provide teacher and parents report on their progress and recommendations on parental involvement or change of study habit. Getting the student to sit with the appropriate neighbor is one of the fundamental concepts of this tutoring service. We envision that getting assistance from the tutor is important. But what's more important is getting assistance from a peer tutor sitting just next to a student. Those who need special support will be arranged to sit together to maximize the resource usage. There is traditional and alternative assessment available from this tutor service. Traditional assessment is for those students who fit mostly into the traditional profile. Alternative assessment will be given to those who need extra support by various means. Weekly assessment is a 20 questions standardized test based on school curriculum. The purpose of the assessment is to address the progress and weakness of the students. Information we collect in the assessment will be used in advancing their learning.
When appropriate, an alternative assessment is available for the students. This would be appropriate when the student does not do well with traditional assessments or when the student needs to show their summative knowledge of a topic or concept. An example that would show full understanding of the topic or concept could be creating a brochure. In this example, the student is showing through visuals how Boyle's gas laws could be applied in a scuba diving business. As part of the VARC method, students who are struggling with math or science are able to express their concepts through visual and kinesthetic means. From Bloom's taxonomy, application and creation are clearly present here. The recipient of the tutoring will most likely be starting at either the remembering or understanding level. As they progress with the tutoring, they will be also progressing through Bloom's taxonomy as the student's proficiency in the subject matter improves. Almost all levels of Bloom's taxonomy are involved for the peer tutor. They progress through Bloom's taxonomy as they progress through the content itself. This can be shown as they access prior knowledge, they explain the scientific and concepts and principles to the students, they show multiple examples of different types of problems in math or science, and they're showing relationships between ideas. After the student is finished showing work, the peer tutor then has to critique the student's work.
Hello. The tutoring SLP addresses several ACT core insights about diverse learners. EL/SEL learners are addressed through several differentiation/modifications throughout the SLP, including modifications to assessments, strategic seating with tutors who are aware of language barriers, and other types of aids provided to students if possible/applicable. Racial/cultural diversity is also addressed and addressed as a priority because engagement of students is a key issue for learning. A student who's engaged is a student who will be learning. And so alternative assessments are made in part to create culturally responsive instruction and are done throughout the SLP in order to make instruction more personalized. Gifted students are addressed and form the backbone of this tutoring SLP by acting as our tutors. These students will be challenged both through their leadership capabilities as well as through their knowledge of content. These students are tested for their academic strengths and weaknesses and are selected as tutors based on their responses. Students with disabilities are also tested for their academic strengths and weaknesses, and through them we could identify different modes of instruction that would provide our LD students with different methods to process information and different methods to express their learning. Neurodevelopmental methodology, ND methodology, is also addressed in this SLP. Attention, language, and memory are all addressed through the creation of a learning environment that fosters positive cooperation amongst tutors and tutees. Language is used throughout the SLP as a method to communicate complex ideas, and memory is utilized, again, almost always every session by recalling prior knowledge and old information and utilizing it towards new applications. And finally, complex thinking and social cognition are also addressed throughout the SLP. Complex thinking is addressed through the use of those old ideas and prior knowledge into newer ideas and the use of them through newer applications and different types of assessments. And social cognition is addressed throughout the SLP as students work to maintain a professional relationship amongst peers in an environment that is slightly different from what they're used to in their regular school environments. Tutors and tutees will be matched not only according to their academic interests, but also their personal characteristics as students work on their social cognition.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
I feel like we all need the same hand.
Bye.
Bye.